Most people don't fail because they are not good enough. They fail because they stop 1 month too early. There is a moment in every journey that feels like proof you are not meant for it. Nothing works. Nobody responds. Everything feels quiet. And that silence is dangerous, because silence does not scream. It whispers, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you misunderstood everything. Maybe you should just stop. And most people listen. But what if that moment, that exact moment when everything feels pointless, is not failure? What if it is the final test before things start working? This is the story of a man named Adrian. Not a genius, not special, but he stayed 1 month longer than everyone else. And that changed everything. Adrian was 29 years old. He worked a quiet office job that paid just enough to survive, never enough to grow. Every month looked the same. Same desk, same routine, same conversations. But what people didn't see was that his savings were slowly disappearing. 3 months. That's all he had left before things became serious. People around him seemed comfortable. But Adrian felt something different. Not pain, not urgency, just a quiet dissatisfaction that never went away. At night he would sit alone and think about the life he wanted. Not luxury, not fame, just something that felt like his own. So he decided to start something small. A service helping local families improve their children's study habits. He had no experience, no business knowledge, just $300 in savings. And one belief: if I try long enough, something has to work. That belief would soon be tested. The first few days felt exciting. Adrian designed simple flyers, printed them, and walked through neighborhoods handing them out. Every step felt meaningful. Every action felt like progress. He imagined parents calling. He imagined his first student. He imagined everything changing. This is the stage most people love, the beginning, because effort feels like movement, even when results haven't arrived yet. Adrian worked for 3 days straight. He finished distributing all 300 flyers. Then he went home and waited. Day 1, nothing. Day 2, nothing. Day 3, nothing. Still he smiled. Maybe people just need time, because at the beginning, hope is stronger than reality. By the second week, hope started to change. Not disappear, just become quieter. Adrian checked his phone constantly. No missed calls, no messages. He began to question small things. Maybe the price was wrong. Maybe the flyer was unclear. Then the thoughts became sharper. Maybe I'm not good at this. Maybe people don't trust someone like me. One colleague laughed when he mentioned his idea. People don't want cheap tutors. They want proven ones. Adrian didn't argue, but that night something shifted. For the first time, he didn't feel excited. He felt unsure, and uncertainty is where most people begin to slow down. Week 3 brought one call. A mother asked questions. She seemed interested. Adrian spoke carefully, trying to sound confident. At the end, she said, "I'll think about it." She never called back. That moment hit harder than silence, because silence can still hold hope, but rejection feels final. Adrian sat quietly after the call. He didn't feel angry. He didn't feel sad. He just felt smaller, like the version of himself that believed this could work was slowly shrinking. That night he asked himself a question: should I stop now? And that question was more dangerous than failure itself. Most people would have stopped there, but instead of quitting, he asked a different question. Why is this not working? The next morning, he did something uncomfortable. He went back outside, not to distribute flyers, but to talk directly to parents, face to face. He stood near school gates, awkward at first. Some ignored him. Some walked past quickly. One parent stopped, listened, then shook their head and walked away mid-sentence. Adrian stood there holding his unfinished words. But a few stayed, and those conversations changed everything. Parents didn't trust flyers. They trusted people. And that realization was his first real step forward. The new approach was harder. Talking to strangers required energy, confidence, and Adrian had very little of both left. But he kept showing up. Every morning. Same spot. Same effort. Week 1. One family signed up. $20. It didn't feel like success. It felt like survival. Week 2. 3 families total. $60. Not impressive, but real. Adrian was exhausted, working all day, teaching at night. Week 3, 5 families. 6th family canceled after 2 sessions. 3 nights in a row he slept less than 4 hours. One evening, he rushed through a class and noticed a student staring at him confused. He had explained everything, but nothing had landed. That moment stayed with him longer than any long day. Every night, he returned home drained, not just physically, mentally, because building something alone means carrying every doubt by yourself. No team, no support, just your own voice. And lately, that voice had started to sound different, faster, more impatient. Week 4, 7 families. For the first time it felt like movement, but that feeling didn't last. Adrian wanted it to grow faster, and that desire quietly changed the way he worked. Month 4 changed everything. He accepted more students than he could handle. At first, it felt like progress. More clients, more income. But within weeks, problems appeared. Classes felt rushed. Details were missed. 2 parents complained. Then 4 families left in 1 week. Nearly 40% of his clients were gone. Just like that, Adrian went from growing to shrinking again. That night, he sat quietly, because now he had something to lose. And losing, after gaining, hurts more than never having it at all. For the first time, quitting didn't feel emotional. It felt reasonable. This is not stable. This is not sustainable. That night, his wife asked quietly, "Do you want to stop?" Adrian looked at the table. For a moment, he imagined waking up the next day and not doing any of this again. No pressure, no uncertainty, just the old job, the old life, safe, predictable, and something inside him almost agreed. But he didn't answer, because he knew if he stopped now, he wouldn't just lose the business. He would lose the version of himself that believed he could build something at all. The next few days, he tried to fix things quickly, adjust schedules, lower prices. For a moment, it seemed to work, but something felt off. He was reacting, not building. And that's when he realized something painful. His problem was not failure, it was rushing. Month 6 was the lowest point. 0 new clients. Still stuck at 5 families. No growth, no momentum, just effort, with no visible reward. This is where most people quit. Adrian felt that weight every day. But instead of pushing harder, he slowed down. He focused on doing one thing well, teaching properly. He checked every homework, called every parent, gave attention no one else gave. Within 2 weeks, something shifted. Parents noticed. 3 families returned. Month 8 felt different. Not fast, but stable. New families came slowly, but they stayed. Adrian trained one assistant carefully. No shortcuts, no rushing. 1 year later, Adrian looked at his work. More than 40 families. Stable income. But what stayed with him the most was not the result. It was that night, when stopping almost made sense. On his wall, there was still the first flyer he had printed. Faded, slightly torn. He didn't keep it to remember the beginning. He kept it because it almost became the end. And sometimes, when the room was quiet, he would look at it for a few seconds longer than usual, and then go back to work.